We're observing 10th points out at Bridge 1520 in just east of Kingston, New Mexico. What we're doing here is we're observing a point. If this girder here is divided into 10 equal sections, we're taking a shot at each one of those division lines, and then we'll submit this data to the project engineer. He'll add it to a table to check whether this girder is flexing within tolerance or not, and make adjustments if necessary, and then send it back to us, and then we can set deck grades for them to set their concrete forms for the bridge deck. Give you some anatomy of a bridge. What Mr. Ramirez is standing on right now is called a girder, and those are the essential component that hold all the weight of the span of the deck. Underneath the girder you have the abutments, and the abutments are walls and a platform that are built below grade that hold the girder up. And then I'm standing on the retaining wall. There's a retaining wall on each side of the abutment. This retaining wall is actually built into the abutment. If you remove all of the dirt that's now filled inside these two retaining walls, you would find a concrete slab and then a leveling slab underneath that as well. This is a Leica robotic total station. Can't do a bridge job without one of these. And you can see how it's following ever. I'll get behind the gun and you can watch it follow. And this is millimeter accurate. There you go. Right here we made an X for the actual 10th point shot, and then that line there just to the side is the edge of the actual girder. But there's some slump right there that's pouring over the actual edge. And what we're doing is verifying horizontal location of the girder placement. It's important for us to actually take the measurement in the right spot, not at the edge of the slump, which would have put us about another ½ inch over the edge of the girder. Sometimes you have to move things out of your way in order to get it level. Mr. Ramirez is using the robotic total station to shoot in these marks. These are 10th points. These marks are this girder divided up into 10 equal parts. And then we submit this data back to the project engineer, in this case, which is the federal government. And after he's done observing this shot, we'll move to the next one. This is a good example too of when surveyors come into jobs, they're still setting up the safety control here. This is a safety cable line, and they gave us a harness to wear, but they only had 2 safety cables set up. And that's just typical of surveying. Usually we're first ones in, last ones out. And that's what happened today. What used to be in place here was a steel trestle bridge. That is the bypass that they had to basically fill in the creek and put some culverts in the flow path so that the vehicles could temporarily pass. Now, that's only a 1-lane bypass. At the end down there is a automated traffic control system that stops cars for a certain duration of time and then lets them through after. That way you don't have cars heading in the same direction in a head-on collision. What he's doing is removing some more slump off the edge of that girder so he can take the shot. And this is the last shot, right? This is it. That's it. That's okay if it's above grade. We're not going to use it for elevation. That's just for horizontal placement, and that's close enough.